here we are on Mount Olympus. This is the hike trail versus the West Labs climbing that we did 2 years ago. So just as brutal, just as steep. It's a very popular trail. This is Sarah's first time. This is my fourth time doing this. It's a dog-friendly trail, but this follows the ridge line basically the entire trip all the way up there. Right now it's March, the first Saturday of March, so it's getting a bit warmer, but there'll be a lot of snow though on the very tip top. So today is a very windy day, so I think a cold front's coming in for this next week. But this hike's pretty steep. You gain, I think it's around 4,000 feet of elevation gain. It's just non-stop up and up. This isn't a good one for beginners or out of shape people, or even kids, unless they're used to strenuous hikes. But it's a great hike though. You get some awesome views, and after reaching the summit you can call yourself an Olympian for climbing Mount Olympus. Yeah, see a sign here says trail. Go to the right. And that's our path going right up there, all along the snow. You can see some people up there. Those are the switchbacks. So here's the stream crossing just right here. You hold that up to the saddle. Is where the creek is. So they call it a, so this canyon's actually called Tolcats, T-O-L, cat. And so in the spring, this is all just like snow fed, but it kind of dries up around midsummer, but it's flowing more than this, obviously. It's still kind of frozen, but it's a nice little stream to refill your water bottle with a filter, of course. But I'd say late summer, fall, it's going to be bone dry. Yeah, I'm going to pull out the ice trackers so we can get a little more grip on the snow. Yeah. All right, that should be a lot better now. Gripping into the snow. Oh yeah. You got yours on.
Feels better now?
Yeah, actually does. Because it's steep on the way up. So this will be good to have. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have two pairs. We just have one pair to split. And how's your go-gurt?
It's really good.
So bring some ice trekkers, or they call them yak tracks. You know, the micro spikes on your shoes. Although these aren't the spikes, these are just like the chains. And so far they've been great. We just crossed over 8,000 feet in elevation, and we've been hiking for 2 hours and 15 minutes since the trailhead. Sure is tiring on this last part, but we're nearing the saddle finally. But it's been up and up and up. Summit's up there, yep, on top of those rocks. We are almost there to the saddle. And then from there, we go up that way. Hey, doggy. Hey. All right, so at the saddle, what do you think?
That was hard.
All right, have her some water and then some peach rings. Get some sugar back in us.
It's funny. Yeah, it just got cold. It's delicious.
Brr. It is 2:15 right now. So let's see how long it takes for us to go from the saddle to the top. So right there, what we just did is the sketchiest part or steepest part. From here on up, it's not too bad. It's less steep. Still steep, but not as steep as like that was. So yeah, from here should be not too far. Oh, we made it. Yep. Wow. We are on the ridge of Mount Olympus on the south peak. There's the north peak. Almost there to the summit. Alright, so it is. Let's see, hiked for 4 miles to reach this point. We're finally at 9,000 feet. And from the saddle to here, it took us 31 minutes. Here is the summit in March. And the saddle is way down there, and that's the trail you take back towards the cars. You should sign your name in it. So this is the south peak of Mount Olympus, and it's actually higher than the north peak, which is right there. If you watched my other video, which I'll include it here. Oh, look at that. Perfect. You can see us from 2 years ago climbing up what's called the West Slabs. So I'll put a description in that, or a video link, so you can watch that one. So you actually climb up basically some rocks. It's a very steep granite slab, and it kind of ends down about right there on top of that little ridge, flat area. And then you hike up along the ridge here, and you can reach the summit. Although on that trip we didn't, because we went back down on the north face, down one of the couloirs, and it was all snow filled, and that was a crazy adventure. Anyways, yeah, check the video on that one. Any words of wisdom?
I don't know yet.
Still processing.
Think about it.
So this is a 9,000 feet elevation here, and those two peaks ahead of me, right there, that's the Twin Peaks. And then over here, that's the one kind of by itself, is called Lone Peak. So we have plans to do that later this summer, for the first time actually, through a Jacob's Ladder approach. So anyways, we made it and feeling great. And right now it's 2:50 p.m. I think Sarah's just
I'm just resting.
just resting.
Tired.
All right, back down we go. Yeah, This is much faster going down than going up. Just sliding down, skiing down. This is steep. Steep. All right, made it. Whoop. Another knee-deep one. You were going pretty fast down that. Down off the cliffside. Now we're back on the saddle. And then 3.5 miles back to the car. We'll slide down this. It's amazing how tiring that is.
Yeah.
Trying to support yourself.
I wouldn't say time maybe, but
This saves a bunch of time for sure. But now I'm like super thirsty too. Done that like 4 times already. There's 5. All right, so Sarah is back in t-shirt. It's going downhill. It was actually pretty, I don't know, get you warm. Alright, we're back at the creek. That's where the creek crossing is. That's what we just came down. So steep. And it goes way above that too, of course. Now we're just getting some water. Took off the ice trackers. And now it's back to dry trail in just a little bit for the next, what, less than 2 miles?
About 2 miles, according to my watch.
Yeah, about 2 miles. Back on dry ground, as Moses said.
Could have said something like that. Whatever.
All right, 501. So now we're back at the car, except for right there. So what'd you think of the hike?
Harder than I expected.
That is 8 miles round trip, 4,000 feet elevation gain.
And
And it took us 5.5 hours. Actually, 5 hours, 32 minutes. So, yeah. Went through hypothermia,
Yeah.
cold.
I think I have some damage in my fingertips.
Yeah. And here we are back in the like 60s, mid 60s down here, it feels like.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful.